Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. Today we're going to be looking at Oaken Hills Complete, created by Dan Thorpe, a master builder in this community. And here they say, welcome to Oaken Hills Themepark, a realistic theme park set in British countryside. The park is created using Oakland Park scenario entrance by Dissident, but everything beyond the gate is my own creation with the exception of the Hornet model by Tetsuo. The idea behind Oaken Hills Park was to create a park that had medium budget that eventually developed into a higher budget. Inside Oaken Hills Park, you will find small thrills with the Little Dragon and Grand Carousel, water rides such as the custom-tracked Rocky Rampage Rapids, and although the park may be small, do not discount the thrill lineup, even if the coasters stick below 100 feet height limit. Project Fear will pack a punch, Hornet will slam you with some stinging airtime, and Twisted will take you on a one-of-a-kind launch shuttle experience. Just a few mentions, but plenty more to be found beyond the gates of Oaken Hills Park. This would not have been possible without the talented creators of Theme Maker Toolkit. All right, that is quite the introduction. This is looking fantastic, definitely hitting on all things realism. I'm definitely a big fan of Dan Thorpe, and he likes to focus on that of realism, so you'll see plenty of realistic looking stuff in this park, but also, as they just mentioned, thanks to the creators of Theme Maker Toolkit to make that all possible, to add those assets into the game that we don't normally have. So it should go above and beyond what you're used to seeing in terms of realism. All right, with all that said, let's delay no further and jump right into Oaken Hills Theme Park. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are just getting off the train here. I love it. Little train station, come down into the parking lot, and there's the Oaken Hills park entrance. I do have to give a disclaimer. If you guys get a little sick from low FPS and stuff like that, you might see a little bit of tearing on this park because of the amount of Theme Maker Toolkit used. What that does is it does create a unusual lag, a delay lag, but that is the creator's decision to do that to get this type of realism. That is the price you pay, and that is their choice to do so. And with that being said, I definitely have to commit to this one now because I tried loading it all up, right? Then it gave me an error saying that there were certain things that could not be loaded. I jumped into the park and all of these poles for these lights were missing. And then same with a lot of the signs. Half of the park was gone. And then I had to go into Steam, unsubscribe from everything, resubscribe to this, re-download everything. And finally, we're in the park with it working, functioning properly as far as I could tell, but it still gave me the same error yet again, saying something was missing. So hopefully it's not anything too important. I have literally tried loading this park up for the last 2 or 3 hours, and a lot of waiting, a lot of downloading, and I finally feel like I've got it to a place where it's loaded up, so we're committed. I definitely want to take a look at everything and definitely appreciate what's there, but if there's something that's not there, there is my disclaimer. Sorry, Dan, I tried my best. Now, hopefully, it's all there. The Oaken Hills Grand Ferris Wheel. So as you can tell, this park focuses heavily, as we talked about in the description, on realism. The queues, extra detailed. Even the pathwork, the changing of the tiles from this concrete to this brick tiling. You're going to see tons of little bits of detail here and there everywhere, because that is what Dan Thorpe does so well, and I'm a big fan of this stuff. So exceptional work to Dan Thorpe on this, yet again, another amazing mega creation. It's the details are just impeccable. I like the little bit of backstory that was spoken of to make a budget park that grew into something bigger, and you'll see that as we go. There are some pretty phenomenal looking rides in this park. Look at this queue. This is so perfectly done. The perfect curve on this queue winding all the way up, and I like how it arcs around the station there for the log flume. Lakefalls Flume. Oh, that's cute. Huh. Great little detail there. So yeah, I'm going to try my best to go at things slowly, because I do know the frame rate's taking a bit of a hit. And we just got to be a little bit patient and take our time around corners, and everything should be good. Now, I have mentioned that in previous videos that I have a new computer on its way. Hopefully it makes it to me in one piece and everything goes smoothly. I'd be curious to see. I was a bit on the fence. Like, I thought this park would run beautifully because it's not jam-packed with, like, you know, dozens and dozens of coasters like we've seen from other creations. However, I was unaware of how much Thememaker Toolkit was used, and that's where the frame drops come from. It's good in some areas. Like, it says we're getting like 60 FPS right now, and then you turn to other areas and it goes down to 5. So it's up and down, and you know, I think it'll be good for the most part. But would my new computer handle? That's where I'm really curious. Would it handle Thememaker Toolkit any better? And I definitely know from other creators, Batch specifically, when you're running a 4090 and the newer i9s with the 1400K processing, you'll get like 15-20 frames more on Mega Parks. I think Batch said he ran Candyland at 20 FPS, which is insane to me because I think I got like 5 back in the day. So I think 30 FPS is like a tolerable. 20 is like, it's starting to hurt a little bit. But some games are optimized for 30 FPS even to this day. Like Starfield, the new game from Bethesda that's coming out in just a week or two, that has been optimized for 30 FPS. The whole game will be locked at 30 FPS from my understanding. Now I'm sure they'll have a way to unlock that or mod that or whatever, but the game is so big that they were having a hard time optimizing it for 60. So a lot of the times where most people are fine with the frame rate being 30, and with Planet Coaster we're just used to it at this point. So I'm hoping, here's to being positive and hoping for the best, that we should no longer ever have a park on this channel run below 20 with the new computer. If not, most of them above 30, if not close to 60, depending on the size. And now what I'm curious to test is I'll probably revisit this park here off camera just to see how it handles things, because as we're coming around this bend you can see the frames dropping. We're down to 12 or 14, so I'm really curious if the new PC will handle these Thememaker Toolkit heavy parks at a much higher frame rate, because then I won't be so afraid of parks that are heavily using that type of content, and that would be great going forward. So I look forward to testing all this stuff out, and I can hopefully report back to you guys with some positive results, as well as some amazing park spotlights that are heavy in the custom assets. The log flume is very realistic. It looked amazing. Really great journey on that one there. Super realistic. Let's take a look at this back area here. Where was it? Yeah, look at all this. They got some extra signages back here. Some dollies. Really cool. Dan really likes to get into the nitty-gritty details. So part of this park spotlight should actually be exploring the areas that one doesn't usually go in a theme park, because it actually exists here for once, and I think that's really cool. Very well done. All right, so I guess we're just gonna make our way around the park clockwise here, see what else we can find. Keep at this nice, steady, even pace. The aesthetics of everything is just amazing. Look at this, the Vibrance Project Fear. Oh, that's cool. The purple, black, gray, very bold. Get your photos over here. I'm assuming that's the exit there. Let's go on into the entrance. We got a big caged up queue here. Great ambience in this park as well. From the moment we stepped in to where we are now, I've constantly had some ambience in my ears. testing bay entrance. Are we going in here? Oh, wow. Ooh. Maybe we should do a nighttime perspective on this. Ooh. Looking cool. Well, why don't we ride this at night, and I'll give it another go at day if I feel like that's necessary. Here's a look at all the coaster stats if you'd like to see them, and let's get to it. Bing! Nice little elevator sound there. Wow, the atmosphere and lighting on this is absolutely S tier. Holy good googly moogly. While it does seem like it's designed to be a nighttime perspective, I definitely want to give this another go at day so we could just see the atmosphere of the park. And we'll do track view so we can just experience the coaster track layout. Let's go. It appears like this must be buried underground because there's no lighting getting in here. It almost feels like we're at night. And I'm asking myself, did I actually change it to daytime here? We'll get a little bit more audio that I didn't hear the first time around as well. Interesting. Yeah, maybe he buried it underground? Because I do see light coming through here. That's an extra bit of work that not a lot of people will make the effort to do. And I can definitely appreciate that. Oh, no, 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 no. It's a day-night sequencer. Well, still hats off to Dan there for using the sequencer. Very smart. I don't know why I assumed that they buried it underground and when you could just use the sequencer. I guess I'm so used to the last few parks that I've featured, people have forgotten about it, and now I have too. Wow, beautiful. All right, let's go. Well, it does appear that some of the coaster is actually buried underneath the ground, but also a mixture of the sequencer has been used as well. So a great combination. As you can see, we can switch out and the light fills the room. And that bloom that comes through is usually the reason you would use a sequencer to drive the experience like that. Definitely worth it there. Beautifully designed coaster. Custom supports on this bad boy from the looks of it. Maybe, yeah, definitely. All custom supports here. That is a work of art. Wow. All right, if that's any indication of what the park is going, what the other coasters in this park are going to be like, that is setting the bar high. I mean, even the flat rides are very realistically integrated as well. Love what I'm seeing here, Dan. All right. And not even 100 meters away, we're already at another incredible looking coaster. Look at this. This is picturesque. The Dissident. Break all the rules. All right. Making it nice and easy for me not to go down any exits here today. Let's go. But we are going to jump fences. Okay, we're in the heart of the coaster now. Look at that. Great speakers spread out throughout the park here, creating a nice ambience for the queue. Not something you see every day. And Dan is just hitting all the points here. Not forgetting a single detail. Love to see it. Here we go. Up and over. Are we gonna get to the boarding station? We're going over it and down and in. Wow, what a queue. And it's a spinning coaster. Wait, what? I did not expect that. Cool. All right, look at the stats here. 650 meters in length, 120 seconds of duration, 21 meters is the biggest drop. 4 inversions on this spinny guy. Off we go. We'll ride it in seat view and chase. So if you get sick easily, skip to the next POV where we're just watching the coaster. Actually, we'll do it in track view and then spin. That way you get the track layout first. Wow, that is so magnificently engineered. How many trains do we got running on this thing, by the way? I should say in here, number of trains 3, and you can tell by the block sections how perfectly they are spaced out just as the coaster tips in momentum here. Boom, block section there, just to increase the number of trains. All custom supports yet again. The amount of work and patience that Dan has put into this just is incredible. So much custom support, so much thought gone into this. It's a work of art. Absolute masterclass work here today, Dan. Holy good googly moogly. Love the colors yet again. Yeah, the colors are absolutely incredible. The chaos. I can give this a little bit of a spin. Beautiful. All right, we got a little bit of a boomerang here. The Headrush coaster. We're jumping in. Now, it's not actually, it's the impulsion, so it's just going to boot back and forth. We can get on it now that it's building up its speed. I like the little bits that you did to the sandbox as well. Not only have you taken the time to detail every aspect of this park, but you actually went outside of the park boundaries to add these little crops and fields, which is a nice little detail. Good touch there. Usually we just stare into the vast nothingness, but there's actually something there, which I can appreciate for sure. Can we check this one out at nighttime? I feel like there's some neat lighting going on here. Definitely. Look at that. No stone unturned here. High voltage hazard rooms. Very cool. Can I get around the park this way? No, I can't. We gotta backtrack here. Wow. Did I didn't even notice the nighttime. I'm gonna have to check the nighttime lighting on all the coasters from now on, because that spinning coaster looks incredible at night. Absolutely. It's a whole different experience at night. Definitely gonna have to walk around just a little bit here to soak up the nighttime atmosphere. All right, what do we got going on this side? So there's a junior. Did I miss the entrance on the other side? I think we can get to the junior if we go around. Great little sitting area. What's inside the building? Oh wait, I think I poked in here earlier, didn't I? Maybe? There's that bumblebee he spoke of in the introduction there. Well, we have an entrance to a coaster right here. Ooh, twisted. I like what you did with that sign. Got upside down clocks and stuff. The theming on this is really cool. It's like not over the top, but realistic. Everything's so pixel perfect, precise. Like, look at the angle on this queue. It's ridiculously perfect. The precision. Okay, so you see how we have this floating bucket? Oh, never mind. That's actually clever. The bucket's being held up by the water. I thought there was a missing asset there. There very well could be. As I said, when I loaded up the park, it said that there were missing assets. Reloaded the park, and most of them were there. So there might be a missing asset there once in a while. But I think that floating bucket was intentional. Here we go. We have another looping shuttle SLV, which is a drive tire launch coaster. Let's check it out. And while simple layout, actually a lot of effort gone into that, especially the upside down hang there right over the station. That must be cool to see from the guest perspective as it just chills there and then reverses back. I didn't actually expect it to launch backwards, which was a little bit of fun. All these little dugouts here, all the details in the garden work. It's actually really impressive considering how simple the coaster layout is. And the boarding station is also really remarkable. Look at that. That's quite fun. I actually enjoyed that. for as simple as it is, it's got a lot of fun twists in there, as it says there in the title. All right, let's head on over, and then we could get to this junior from here, I believe, on the back side. Another little eating area, Rapids Lookout Kitchen and Bar. And here we go, we have the Little Dragon. A whole family-friendly coaster for us here today. Let's go right on in. Oh, I like the colors on this, pink and blue. Fun little cosmic cow. All right, there's a look at the stats. If you'd like to see them, we're going to jump right onto this going probably... Oh, shoot, I put it in test mode. We're going to do the track view. I don't want the dummies in the way. Another simple but realistic layout on that. Smart decision to make it pass through to get some extra duration on that coaster, considering the layout's pretty simple, but still really well done. Very nicely crafted there. Okay, let's head over to the back side of the park and maybe check out this Bumblebee coaster over here. I think this is the custom asset that they said that they downloaded from the workshop. Everything else here was hand-built by Dan. And the entranceway was built by Dissident. Wow, this looks incredible. Look at that shot right there. It's definitely a good showcase of reshade on this park too. Like, this is Planet Coaster, this is reshade. It adds that little bit of realism. Just wanted to point that out there. I think it's lending aid very, very nicely to what is already a very realistic park. Oof, my computer's melting over here. Something's going on. All right. Let's take a look at the stats on the Hornet coaster. What do we have here? It's a Typhoon Barghest, which is traditionally like a gas slower, but he switched out the train, so it's a bit of like a hybrid now. There's a look at all the stats there. We're gonna jump right onto this. I feel like track view is working really, really well, but we'll do a seat view just to switch things up a little bit. Let's go. Very cool. There's a look at the coaster at night. Beautifully done. And, ooh, what's going on over here? The Energizer. Oh, that's a party. Yeah, this is just so incredibly detailed. You know what this park is lacking? I need a wooden coaster. It said that there was a budget park and started things a little bit more traditionally. I would have loved to see like a little classic Woody somewhere in the back of the park. Maybe there is? Have we actually explored all corners of the park though? Let me double check. So we had this little area back here. I guess we have to poke at some of this back area stuff. Look at all the trash cans. Wow. Okay. Here's the log flume from a bird's eye view. Now, I'm questioning myself. Did we go in the river rapids? I don't think we did go in the river rapids. So look at this area. That is beautifully crafted. That is stunning. So let's go check out the river rapids. I think that's our last attraction of the day. There's no gigantic megalithic coasters. The backstory said that they started as a traditional park, low budget, but then started making a bunch of money and turned it into a high budget park. I guess they spent all of their budget on the log flume and river rapids because those are the longest rides in this park here. I think you could have fit a big giant Woody back there just to end things off with a bang, but instead we're going out with a water ride to end off one of the last parks of the summer here. So let's just go do that. The Rocky Rampage Rapids. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. Definitely getting wet on this one. An immense amount of detail going on in here. Really cool. Oh, look at this. Stay seated unless told otherwise. I'm so confused. This is so well integrated. Look at this. That's the boarding station there. It's a custom boarding station. I really like the way this has been crafted. Little booth up here as well. The Rocky Rampage Rapids. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's basically the station there. It's one tile. But the nice thing about the river rapids is that the game allows you to put multiples on the track. You don't need to like store them in the station or whatever. But it's a tiny one tile station, which allowed Dan to handcraft it. Oh, I like these little bumpers there. I actually haven't seen anyone add anything to the tracks. Goes around that. Very well integrated here with all these little pieces of concrete as well. It lines up and sinks into the terrain quite nicely. Beautiful garden work. Lots of VFX with the special water emitters. Really well done. Also appears like this is all ready for nighttime experience as well. Squeeze through the little bumpers there. Pass by the rocks. This is actually really cool. Unironically. Wow. Oh, you see the crawl? What's happening there? Oh, my computer is catching on fire now. It does not like something in this area. Holy good googly moogly. Oh, the water tower busted open and... Okay, thank God it's not soaking us. Fun timing on that. Underneath the handcrafted bridge here. Yeah, this is beautiful. I think this is my favorite looking area of the ride so far. I like all this overgrown ivy. The TMTK rock walls look really nice here. There's even water treatment things going on over here. Wow. They're getting the water from the lake, pumping it out. Neat. Good googly moogly. Dan Thorpe has an eye for detail. If you like realism, this is definitely the park for you. I mean, there is details everywhere in this park. While we don't get these like crazy extreme coasters like we're used to, it's crazy realistic on the other hand. The queues were impeccable, the signs for each of the rides, the detailing around them, the integration gone into it, everything's been thought about. Definitely one of the most detailed parks I've seen in a very, very, very long time. And that's what Dan likes adding in all that little bit of immersion in there. And perfect. Look at this perfect queues. Everything is pixel perfect, precise throughout the front of the park to the very back. And I personally like the simplicity of the theming, the realisticness of the theming. It's not over the top, it's not crazy, but it's really, really well done. It's nice to look at, easy on the eyes, fun experiences, super realistic coasters, great layouts on everything, all within what he called a medium budget developed park. Wow. Even having the train coming in here. He didn't go crazy with the parking lot, and I actually appreciate that. But I was just saying, like, even the exterior, doing all this farmland here, I think that looks really nice. Makes it so when you're inside the park, or you get a certain view from maybe the top of a coaster, it all looks detailed on the outside and takes you out of the illusion that this is a game, adds a little bit more realism, every aspect. I think I'm gonna say I think I enjoyed the Dissident the most. I thought this was just really crazy to look at, the integration and how it's all hand built with all these custom supports. The spinning coaster like actually inverts completely upside down, and it just looks crazy. The colors were crazy. It looked crazy at nighttime. It's a little over the top, but still realistic. I love the way this came out. I also, for whatever reason, really like this little tiny simple twisted coaster. I thought that was a lot of fun. It just looks really clean. I like the way it was integrated. As I said, I think one thing that I would have loved is a gigantic wooden coaster in this back area just to seal the deal, to let us go on a classic coaster, but still a ton of content here, and great use of the theme maker toolkit from Dan here today. And there's a look at Oaken Hills theme park from a bird's eye view. What did you guys think? Fire away down in the comments below for Dan. Do you guys like these heavy theme maker toolkits, super realistic parks? If so, leave a comment for me down below based off your engagement and how much you like these super realistic parks. I will definitely dig through the inbox and see if I can find some more of them for you. We're going to switch it up from time to time, definitely, you know, alternating between mega parks, mini parks, realistic parks, trying to bring you guys the best variety possible that I can. And Dan certainly gets the award for one of the most realistic parks of the year so far. Tons of detail and great use of the theme maker toolkit here today. So hats off to Dan for another amazing creation. We've featured him several times on this show, and he just keeps on delivering amazing park experiences for this community. So keep at it, Dan. Love to see your creations. And once again, leave a comment down below for both myself and Dan. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Park Spotlight. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye now.